another group of people who had come across the Brahmacurries back to Australia. So he was kind of one of the founding members of the Brahmacurries in Australia and the teaching that got set up here. But then he was such a good and special teacher that they thought it would be good to ship him off to South America. And not knowing the language and not having a job there, not knowing anyone there, he went to South America to start teaching people how to meditate, practice Raja Yoga meditation. And he's been there since the late 70s, for a very long time, since before I was even born. He's written over 15 books. He's helped establish meditation centres throughout Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Venezuela, whatever, all of South America.
Hi everyone. I think the best, since it's been revealed as a chit chat, the best thing to do is I do the chit and you do the chat, right? I remember I just finished university here in Sydney. I was a bit like, as it's put up here, questioning. I was questioning and questioning about a lot of things. And I went to Europe, the Overland. I just hitchhiked up to Darwin, crossed over to Indonesia, and then made my way along there, and then to Malaysia, Thailand, and India, and Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Turkey, Bulgaria, Germany, Austria, Germany, Holland, England.
Hitchhiking the whole way.
Yeah, whatever mode of transport there was, it took me about 6 months. And on one side, it was very eye-opening. Because in those days, you could say it was, the hippie mode of life was in vogue. Young people were very restless and anxious, like throwing out whatever old systems and so on and so forth, and trying to find different ways of expression, I suppose. And a lot of them were into drugs and sex. Some of them were seekers of the universe, and I was a bit more into that category. And I finally arrived in London. And in those days, I also was a musician, so the work that I had to do was to play music. And
We have a guitar, Ken.
oh dear. Maybe, let's see. And I had, a couple of friends, and we'd play wherever we could play. Even we used to do what is called busking, playing in public spaces like the underground. A while for my voice to come out, because I spend most of the time very quiet. And I remember one day I was very fed up with things, and I decided to visit a part of London that was, unexplored for me. About 15 minutes walk from the last underground station in East London. There's a big forest called the Epping Forest. So I decided to go to the Epping Forest to sit and think what I was going to do with my life. It was funny because when I got into the tube, or as they call it, the underground in West London, about almost an hour later, I got out the other side. When I went down, it was like sunny and like today. When I got out the other side, it was snowing. It It was late March, you know, in London, snowing, late March, very unusual. I said, okay, well, since I've decided to come and walk in the forest, I'll walk in the snow in the forest. And it sort of was snowing very lightly and then stopped, so everything was white. The walk in the snow was absolutely brilliant. And I sat down, and I was just thinking, because I had a bit of trouble with my music. The guy that I used to play with, he was absolutely outrageous character. He had long red hair down to here, and he wore ballet shoes in public, so he's really character. Absolutely outrageous clothes, but he was one of the best flute players I've ever seen in my life. And so we would just improvise jazz sort of music in public, you know. But he was absolutely unreliable, you know. Let's meet at such and such a time, he wouldn't come, you know, wouldn't give any satisfaction. You know, I was thinking, I was pretty fed up, to tell the truth. I was having all these sorts of thoughts. Suddenly, I was pulled into a state where I could observe my thoughts as if I was watching someone else, as if something else was going on. And, you know, it was pretty weird, I tell you. It's like I'm looking into someone else's mind, but it was my mind, you know. Then I looked at my hands and they seemed so far away. I wasn't on drugs, right? It was like a bit like LSD, I suppose. But I was looking at my feet and I'm like, what is this thing? And I'm not only looking at the body, but I was looking at the mind, as if it's someone else's mind. Later on, I understood what it was, you know, because the deeper self is, you know, is trying to condense itself into a tiny mind, you know, tiny identity, a very short-lived identity, which is this one, right? So I was having an experience of being different, not only from the body, but from the identity, the physical identity and the thinking and all of the problems and all of the stuff that was going on in that mind. And I decided to quest. I decided to understand how come that happened to me. Of course, traveling across all of these different cultures, and I noticed that people were I had a sort of a good insight into different types of religious practices and meditations. I tried out quite a few. But it was, you know, it was like a movie, the whole journey. I remember I went to a place in India. There was a guy, and it was sort of a yoga conference, and I sort of hang around and got in, and there was a guy who was, you know, he was the attraction, one of the attractions of this yoga conference. He had trained himself to touch the middle of his forehead with his tongue. You can imagine he looked like a lizard. And it was like everyone was, wow, you know, what discipline he must have had to reach such a state. Because the idea was that if you touch this part here, that's the third eye, and you can drink the nectar of understanding or something, some weird idea. You try it. Can't do it. Anyway, you know, it's pretty common that people think that God's omnipresent, especially in India. God, you're God, I'm God, everyone's God. And so I was curious and extremely irreverent, to be quite honest. So I went up to him and said, hey, that was pretty neat, you know. Are you God? And he's at the back of this place where the event was happening, smoking one of those horrible Indian cigarettes called biddies, you know, a terrible smell, worse than the worst cigar you can imagine. And he's out the back smoking. And I asked him, are you God? And he said, yes, of course. But if you're God, why do you need to smoke cigarettes? And then, you know, he got quite angry. But if you're God, why do you get angry, you know? So there was a lot of, how do you say, inconsistencies and contradictions about a lot of the things that I was seeing in different beliefs. One thing I noticed, I mean, the people everywhere, whatever they were doing, they were praying. Trying, if I were a visitor from Mars or somewhere, and I couldn't speak any language, I couldn't understand any words, and I was just observing all of these human beings doing stuff. I think I would say they're doing the same thing, you know, whether they're doing this, or this, you know, they're trying to contact something beyond here, different dimension, whatever. Then I noticed also in different places they had rosary beads, rosaries. You see the Hindus and their rosaries, you see the Muslims. I remember in Afghanistan there was this old guy on a bus, very old rickety bus I took from one place to the other. I can't remember the exact itinerary because it was all over the place. So this guy, even when he wasn't, you know, counting the beads of the rosary, his thumb was like that, you know, non-stop. So people are doing the same things, trying to express something. And I was intrigued because I felt that there's a reality behind things that our words are not able to express. Obviously, you know, there's so much, we've invented a jungle of words to try and understand things, but the words are not enough. Never enough, actually. Tell me, for example, how a strawberry tastes. What does a strawberry taste like? Tell me. Come on.
Tangy.
Tangy?
Sweet.
Sweet? Sour? Sweet, sour? Juicy? I mean, you could be talking about grapes, you could be talking about mandarins, you could be talking about, 100 kiwis especially, You could be talking about 100 other things, and not necessarily strawberries.
Strawberry tastes like a strawberry.
Yeah. Tell me what love is, come on. Sweet, sour, juicy, tangy. Can you describe it, except using very poor adjectives? You can't. So tell me what God is. Sweet, sour, whatever. And all of this stuff was going on in my mind. What is, who is, why is. A bit like you were sharing in the panel here. And of course, we're also full of ourselves, that we think that we're the most important people in the universe. And we think that we're indestructible and our plans and ideas are going to work out always. No, that's not like that. It's an illusion. So I decided to spend, and I was only 22 at the time. I wrote a letter to my parents here in Sydney,